Okay. By show of hand, quick show of hands, how many people in here do not want to be successful? Okay, that's what I was hoping for. Good. Now, there's some good news for you, and I have some good news and some bad news for you. Here's the good news. The good news is every one of you sitting here can be successful. Okay, you can be successful. Here's the bad news. I just can't give you the know-how on how to do that. But you see, every successful person, and what I would like you to do is think about somebody that you know of as being successful. Now, that person can be a doctor, a lawyer, a parent, a teacher, an entertainer, an athlete, whatever, right? And I'm sure you all have that person in mind. But all those people that you have, there's going to be somebody different for all of you. With all those people you have in mind, they have the same two things in common. Same two things. They had desire and know-how. Desire and know-how. They had desire, the motivation, the drive to be something better than what they are today. And they had the know-how. They had a plan to make it all happen. So like I said before, I can't give you the desire because that comes from within. But what I'm going to help you with today, and what you have in your packets, is a plan to get you to where you want to be. And that's the know-how. So we're going to figure out how we can develop our own personal success plan to go wherever we want to go. Whether you want to go into college, whether you want to go to the military, whether you want to go directly into your profession right after high school, whatever it is you want to do, you need a plan in order to get there. So we're going to figure out a way to do that following these 6 steps. First, you need to determine your destination. Figure out where it is you want to go. Figure out where it is you want to go. You can't go anywhere. You can't get started on the trip if you don't know where it is you want to end up. Identify your purpose. Set some goals for yourself. Develop some strategies to deliver on those goals. Then finally, take action and evaluate your progress. See, a lot of people will follow steps 1 through 5, or actually 1 through 4, and then just freeze. They don't actually take action. They don't actually put their plans into motion. That's something that we're going to show you how to do. Because as you know, there's an old saying that says the journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. So no matter how far as you want to go, you have to make that first step, that move forward to begin with. Okay, so first, think about your destination. Think about what it is that you want to do. Now, I'm sure that most of you sitting here, because you're in Kappa League, because you want to be successful, you're already thinking about college at this point. And even if you're not, that's fine. Those of you who are not in high school yet, I'm sure you're still thinking about college also. Those who are in middle school or younger, you're still thinking about that. And now is a good time to get started on that thought process. And some of you may have already made your decisions as far as what college you're going to be going to. But you need to still think about what comes after that. What's the next step? What are we doing next? So that's where you come up with your ultimate destination. How is it you're going to get there? So you need to figure out what is your personal definition. And every one of you is going to have a different definition of what success is. For some of you, success may be measured by how much money you have in your bank account. For some of you, success is going to be measured by how many degrees you have. For some of you, success is going to be measured by other material things. But for each and every one of you, that definition is going to be a little bit different. And it's okay, because you're working on that success. Now, what I have in front of you here is a sampling of some of the industries that are out there, some of the career possibilities that you have for you. And I'm going to explain what this chart actually looks like, what it means. You may decide that you want to pick a particular occupation. That's what you see over here on the left. Different types of occupations. Now, in order to figure out how you can prepare for that, you need to know what type of degree you need to have, what type of education you need to have for that. So let's say for most of them, you have a bachelor's degree or higher, which is 4 years of college or more. So you need to know that ahead of time. So if you wanted to become a computer software engineer, you're going to need to have a minimum of a bachelor's degree. And you can see where the starting annual salary for that is about $54,000 per year. Not bad for a start. But the average annual salary, the average salary is about $90,000, meaning there's room for growth. So you see what the growth potential is. And then with some amount of experience, you can be up to $133,000. So again, that's your destination. That's what you want to figure out. How much information can you get ahead of time before you actually go into it? Now, one of the things that you may not even think about, because many of you probably already know, I'm going to want to figure out what type of job I want. I want to know which ones pay the most. Okay, it's honest. You want to figure out how much money you're going to make from it. So you're going to look that up first. One of the things that you may not think about looking up is the growth potential. So by 2018, and this chart was actually done in 2012. So in the 6 years from 2012 to 2018, this industry was projected to grow 34%. Meaning there's that kind of demand for that particular occupation. That's something for you to know. Because you want to know that there are going to be jobs available when you actually get ready to graduate. You don't want to get into a job that may only be increasing by 8% or may remain constant, meaning there is no growth. And you definitely don't want to go into a job that is going to be on a decline. But you need to know that ahead of time. So that when you graduate from college, you know that there are out there for you to actually apply to, and nothing that's going to just be dried up. So figure out this on your own. Again, when you do those Google searches, just type in the particular job you're looking for and figure out all these different categories. How much does it pay? What's the current number of people in the field now? And what is this potential growth going to be in the next few years? So that you know that you're going to have a job waiting for you or that something you can apply to later. Now you want to have purpose. So you know